So today's Noirvember film, I kept on with my 90s neo-noir, and this is another Jim Thompson adaptation. This is directed by Michael Oblowitz with a screenplay by Larry Gross, and it is This World, Then the Fireworks. It's based on a short story from towards the end of Jim Thompson's career, and you can get it on a brand new Blu-ray. There we go. From Kino. Okay. And Kino's been releasing a lot of these sort of films that you probably have forgotten recently on their studio classics, I think is what they call them. And this one has a killer poster. If you look the poster up, you're like, holy shit. And a killer cast: Billy Zane, Gina Gershon, and Sheryl Lee. A lot of people, I think, have only seen Sheryl Lee in her work as Laura Palmer in the Twin Peaks universe, and she's such a great actress that I wish she'd gotten to do more roles, / people have seen more of her work outside of Twin Peaks. That said, Billy Zane was also in Twin Peaks, so this is like a mini Twin Peaks reunion, although I can't remember and don't think Sheryl Lee or Billy Zane ever had a film or role together. This is a very sleazy neo-noir. It's the sleaziest of Jim Thompson, and it's maybe not the most misogynistic, because I think that goes to the killer inside me, but it's pretty misogynistic and pretty sleazy. And it's about a pair of twins played when they're grown up by Billy Zane and Gina Gershon, who, when they were children, witnessed their father murdering the husband of the person he was having an affair with, and they saw the affair and the murder. And so obviously that messed them up for life. And then it cuts to them as adults, and Billy Zane is a investigative journalist in Chicago with a wife and a son. But when the mob gets involved, he has to leave, and he ends up in suburban Los Angeles, moving back in with his mother, played by Rue McClanahan, and his sister, played by Gina Gershon. His sister at this point has turned into a prostitute, and he picks up Sheryl Lee's character, who is a policewoman with secrets of her own. From there, it gets sleazier and complicated, and there's death and sex and scandal and all kinds of things. I don't really want to explain what else happens, because it's one of those plots that never makes much sense, and you just have to keep going until it's over. I enjoyed it, but that's because I like Jim Thompson, and I'm not sure why, because he really is very misogynistic and very awful towards women, but he's more awful towards everybody, and he hates men and women equally. I think he just happens to have the violence towards women, and unfortunately, I think that's just a reflection of society, where women get the brunt of violence. So it's not, I think, that I don't necessarily think that he's a misogynist, even though his works are misogynistic, if that makes sense. Because I think he's just tapping into the misogynistic world that we live in. That said, Billy Zane is gorgeous in this movie. I have an undying love for 90s Billy Zane, because you had the end of the 80s with Dead Calm, and then you've got Titanic and this movie and Phantom, where I saw that in theaters and fell in love with him so much. And he's so pretty. He's prettier than most women, I'm pretty sure. He and Sheryl Lee have great chemistry. She does that thing that she does so well, where she's sometimes very brittle and fragile, and then sometimes just explosive and strong as hell, and you could imagine her biting someone's neck, the jugular out. And that's what I'm picturing now. So the mood of this is really set by the screen, or by the songs in it, which are mostly really understated songs by oh my god, I just totally forgot the guy's name. Why am I terrible? Let me find it. He played the trumpet and sang. Oh my god. I'm Googling it. Hold on. Chet Baker. Why was that so hard? The jazzy, smoky Chet Baker songs really set the tone for this film. It's very heightened. So I think if you're used to the dialogue of Jim Thompson and used to his sort of heightened world, you'll really enjoy it and go with it. If you are expecting something that resembles real life, this is not the film for you because he is just a very stylized writer, and this sticks with his very stylized tone. Great costumes. Like I said, this Blu-ray just got released. I think it literally just got released for the film's 20th anniversary. So you can rent it. I definitely recommend it if you are a fan of any of the stars or if you're a fan of Jim Thompson. This is part of that 90s Thompson boom. I just discovered that there's another one from 1990 called The Kill Off that was written and directed by a woman. And I know people are always asking for noir and neo-noir by women, and I usually say the same, like 4 films, because there aren't that many, or not that many that I've heard of. And I had not heard of this one, so I need to check it down. It's an independent film, so it has like literally no stars in it, but it's by Maggie Greenwald, so I'm going to try to find it. It's called The Kill Off, because clearly I need to see that. So this was Michael Oblowitz's This World, Then the Fireworks, an adaptation of the Jim Thompson short story of the same name, starring Billy Zane, Gina Gershon, and Sheryl Lee. It's from 1997. You can get it on Blu-ray from Kino right now, and I definitely enjoyed it for what it was.